I will start my speech at 3, 2, 1, and go. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Rizky Jamardali Zaksono. I'm from Universitas Muhammadiyah Surakarta. I'm here as the government branch. I'm believe that to propose this house would prioritize the Quranic environmental ethics in national development policy. Honorable educator and the fellow debater as the opposition side. We as the government, we believe that the Quranic environmental ethics, which include the principle like Khalifah, framework, Mizan as the balance, and the Amanah as the trust, should form the foundation of national development policy, especially in addressing today's ecological crisis. I will stand for this limitation here. That is, we are not arguing for the democracy or rejecting the science-based development. Instead, we assert the Quranic ethical framework and enhance the existing environmental policy by giving them a moral and spiritual basis, especially in Muslim majority nation. My first argument that is a board or Khalifah and ecological balance or mizan must be institutionalized. Allah said that in Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah Al-Baqarah, and the ayah 30, said that indeed I will make the upon the earth a successive authority Khalifah. This verse entrusts humanity with the responsibility to preserve and maintain the earth. And the Surah Ar-Rahman, the Surah number 55, and the ayah 7 and 8, it said that, and he even raise and impose the balance mizan that do not transgress within the balance. This emphasizes sustainability and balance in all creation. National development without ecological ethics leads to deforestation, water crisis, pollution, and the social inequality. Islamic ethics are not abstract ideals; they are moral obligations with concrete implication for policy. Modern national policy often ignore the long-term ecological consequence in pursuit of economic growth without a defined principle of Khalifah and Mizan, and development become extractive, not regenerative. So the evidence to support this argument is according to Khalid Fadil in 2024 in Islamic Studies Journal, Quranic teachings provide a comprehensive ethical foundation for sustainability practice and must be incorporated into the education and legislation to be effective. And by Yusuf Marjuni in 2023, in Religia argued that the values like Tauhid, Amanah, and Mizan are directly translatable into green policies such as pollution control and natural resource conservation. So, by grounding national planning in this ethic, we don't only protect nature, we align policy with the moral accountability before God, which push for public support and compliance. So, my second argument is the Maqasid Syariah encourages experimental preservation as a moral duty. So, in Islamic jurisprudence, the five objectives of the Syariah Maqasid include the protection of life, hifzul anaf, intellect, property, and the future generation, all of which are directly undermined by environmental degradation. In Surat Al-A'raf, Surah number 7 and the ayah 31, it said that eat and drink, but do not boast. Indeed, he does not like the boastful. When the national policy ignore this maqasid, they lead to climate injustice, unequal access to clean water, and increased poverty. Quranic ethic offer just a distributive and long-term view of development. When national development ignore the environmental, it violates all the maqasid. This is persuasive development harm and the poor first and the pollute the for the next generation. So the evidence to support this is M.D. Taha et al. In 2023 in Amar Fatih Journal show that if environmental form the Maqasid Syariah perspective help formulate policy that are people centered and sustainability driven, especially in centers like Malaysia and Indonesia. So I have the second evidence the Sardali in 2024 in Sinergi Nasional Journal of Islamic Studies document successful integration of Quranic values into local environmental movement and formal education across Indonesia, showing it's scalable at the national level. So it's showing us that the Quranic values make the scalable environmental to be the better. So by prioritizing this value, government fulfill both the religious and the human right duties by making environmental protection more than just policy but a defined responsibility. So my third argument is the Quranic ethics can reform the institution, business, and law. Prophet Muhammad SAW forbade cutting trees unnecessarily and harming water resource in the Hadith Sahih Bukhari. He said that if a Muslim plants a tree or sows seed and a bird or a person or an animal eats from it, it is regarded as a charity or sadaqah for him. So the Quran not only guide individual but must also guide institution. From laws to banks to ministries, national development should be ethically restrained by Islamic environmental values. A laws that do not enforce ethical limits on profit lead to pollution and corruption and inequality. Quran ethic offer the accountability beyond bureaucracy. It's defined. So, I have the evidence for this argument too is for Rizky in 2024 in 2014 in the Journal of Islamic Accounting and Business Research argue that the Quranic values of moderation and accountability are essential to regulate green banking, responsible investment, and sustainable development framework. So this is very support this argument that is the Quranic values can make the moderation and accountability to the regulation of banking and the investment. So it will be better to use the Quranic values to the research. So integrating this national policy ensure that the corporate compliance and the ethical production aligning profit with planet and piety. So I have the conclusion. So in the conclusion is Quranic environmental ethics are not just religious ideals; they are policy ready to values that promote balance and justice and sustainability with mounting ecological crisis. Secular development alone has failed. It's time to reorient national policy toward the spiritual and moral compass of Islam, which mandate care of for the Christian. So alhamdulillah, I already that's all my argument. So I think it's enough. So we are proud to propose this motion as the government side. So assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.